Here's a warning for Indian students straight from the United States. Break the rule and you may be deported. The United States is sending a clear and stern message to Indian students who are studying in America. Follow the rules or face the consequences. Well, this is not new, but this time the US Embassy in India, they didn't hold back. They said a US student visa is a privilege and not a right. And if you break the rules, deportation, visa revocation, and even you can be barred from entering the US even temporarily. But you know what triggered this? Months ago, the Trump administration introduced major updates to the US student visa process. Some of the most important changes included visa integrity fee, that is about $250, over 21,000 rupees, mandatory Form I-94 fee, that is about $24. Time limits on student stay also. New H-1B application fee, that is $100,000 annually. A huge blow for Indian nationals who make up the majority of the application. Now, these are not optional fees. They apply to all F, M, and J visas, the categories that are most Indians using just to study in the US. Well, here the aim, US says, is to ensure integrity in the visa process and prevent misuse, but for the students, it means higher cost and more paperwork than ever before. In fact, the stakes are high. The embassy's message, loud and clear. Break the US law, you can have serious consequences for your student visas. If you are arrested or you violate any law, your visa may be revoked and you may be deported and you could be ineligible for future US visa. Follow the rules and you don't jeopardize your travel here. Basically, in other words, your dream of studying in America can vanish in an instant if you slip up. But you know what? Despite the challenges, Indian students, they keep on arriving. You may think that these tougher rules would scare students away, right? But yes, here's the twist. According to Open Board Report 2025, Indian students' enrollment in the US, it rose by 10% in 2024-25 academic year. Even as overall international enrollment dropped by 17%. Yes, tougher visa, well, higher fee, longer checks, social media scrutiny, none of it has stopped the Indian students from chasing the American dream. Why? Because families in India, they're committed to long-term academic and career growth. They see the US as a land of opportunity and they are willing to invest heavily, nearly $14 billion spent on the US education last year alone. You know what this matters for the students and families? Study in the US, it is still possible and rewarding. But there is no room for any sort of mistake. One wrong move, break the law, miss the deadline, or violate the visa rules, you can actually ruin years of planning and investment. Families must now be extra cautious about finances, deadlines, and regulations to protect their students' future.